Hi, this is HollyShantara at HollyShantara.com. I'm sitting in my office meditation area. Actually, where I'm facing right now, the camera is on my altar, my place, my point of focus. And I just had some epiphanies that I wanted to share with you, especially because it's the new moon, and new moon is always a good place to begin new things and put things into motion. And what's been coming is about receiving. And some of you know that I have said that I don't want to be doing anything I don't want to do anymore. That's sort of what's been coming, is to get even more authentic by only doing things that I really want to do. And if I don't want to do it, it's, how am I going to get in the mood to do it? And that's what it is. It's the intention is to to get in the mood. And I wanted to reach out, but I couldn't do it because I couldn't get myself there. And I think coming off of 2 weeks or 3 weeks away in New Zealand, and amazing time, I just needed to come back and decompress during the waning moon. And the new moon, I woke up today and said I feel like sharing. So anyway, the meditation I want to give you is, if you are tired or even you're needing to bring something into your life, the old habit is really just to take a lot of effort. And it's not so much even an old habit, as sometimes there's, to everything there is a season. It is correct to take action, to push. But what happens if you don't want to push, or you can't push, or you don't feel like pushing, and you don't have that energy to push, but you know things need to get done? Or what if you're wanting to bring something into your life and you don't really know how to do that? It's up in the idea realm, it's up in the dream realm, but it's not really here. It's not really manifested, whether it's an idea for your business, something that needs to be implemented, something to do with relationship, even something with health, that's just getting off the couch and going exercising. What is it? What can help you get to that point of taking action? And this is going to seem a little bit different, but it has to do with receiving and letting in. So if you think of yourself as, we are bipeds, we stand on 2 feet, and imagine the sun is above your head, or your dreams or ideas, something you want is up here. It's up in the idea realm, it's up in the dream realm. And you want it here in the physical, you want it to be made manifest. Wonderful thing to do is just to breathe in and receive. Just practice receiving that dream, that vision yourself, something that you want, something that you desire, and also something you may be impulsed to do. And also just taking the light and practicing receiving the light. And the in-breath really helps. I notice that if I want to be in a place where I'm receiving something, whether it's somebody in conversation or it has to do with an idea or something that I know I'm meant to let in my life, I take a deep in-breath. So go ahead and just make an intention that you're going to breathe in and you're going to let in whatever it is that you need for your life, and you're going to receive. Receiving, the best analogy I can say for receiving is it's like a tight fist when you don't. So you can punch through, and you can take that light and try to, punch through the earth plane to get the earth to receive the light. But it's a lot of effort, and sometimes it's right to push and to punch. But what if you don't feel like it again? What can you do? You allow yourself to be like the open palm. You let that fist to soften and open and receive. And then there's a place to actually hold the energy that you're bringing in, or the dream or ideal or goal. There's a place to be able to hold it. It's pretty hard to hold it in tight fists. It's like, where does it land? It doesn't really land. There's no container. So you're the container, you're the crucible. So you're the chalice, if you will. And allowing yourself to receive that dream, that idea, that goal, the light, bring it down through you, and then allow it to connect through the base of your spine, letting that tailbone uncurl in your imagination and taproot down into the earth. The earth is such a magnetic field, and when she receives the light, she softens and allows her to continue to expand in terms of physics, energy, and magnetism, or light and magnetism creates matter. That's how you're able to manifest those dreams that you want. You need them together. You can't just dream about it. You have to open up your magnetic field, and the magnetic field can vibrate in a lot of different ways, and I'm not going to get into that during this video. But basically, the magnetic field has a lot to do with the emotional body and allowing yourself to feel to heal. So when you're receiving that light, you're sending it down through that taproot and just letting it in through the in-breath. What happens is the very foundation starts to shift. And we're in a time right now where the foundation of what we're doing and how we're living needs to shift. That's why there's a lot of cracks in the sidewalk, if you will. There's a lot of corruption that is kind of cracking up and revealing itself. And part of that is because there is so much infusion of light onto the planet. I'm just going to segue a little bit here. We were in a trajectory where we were really clamoring to reach up towards the light up until about 2012. And then we broke that glass ceiling and we made it to the point where it's like now we're supposed to really be downloading all of that light that we broke through to and just bring it here. But what does light do? You know, anything, it starts to change the density of matter. It starts to break things up. She's breaking up, Captain. She's breaking up. That's from Star Trek. Anyway, Captain. So, segue on that one as well. Everything connects to everything else, memory-wise. Anyway, so coming back to the conversation about just, you know, receiving that light, and know that it may shift things in your foundation of what you're standing on. I mean, what needs to go will go, and what needs to grow will grow. Can you allow that? Can you allow that to take place? Can you trust that? I was talking to a client the other day about the difference between faith and, you know, trust and knowing. And she said, yeah, I really feel like I should have faith. I said, no, you're not looking for faith. You're looking for knowing. Because knowing is different than faith. Faith is a belief in something that you think and should believe that is going to come to pass. Knowing is, you don't need to question it at all. You just know. You don't need to explain it. You just know. So as you practice receiving this light, your intuition increases and your ability to know what's taking place also increases. You get these little taps on your shoulder and these little gut instincts and psychic hits that say, okay, this is what's taking place. You're really tapped in, tuned in, turned on to the collective and how we're moving as a big organism through this evolutionary phase of what I call the new human, because we're really in this new human evolution right now. And it means living life beyond the five senses, and it means taking the collective vision of unity and bringing it here, and bringing it not because we're trying to force it, like a lot of things right now are just forcing and opposition. It's more so, can you allow it? Can you just practice receiving? So on the simple version, if you feel that you're tired or exhausted, or there's something you want to bring in, whether it's money, it's really good for money, or health, or relationship space, practice just breathing and receiving. And to get started, like if you can't anchor into any one thing, or you feel in conflict about that which you're bringing in, just practice receiving the light. Just hang out and just imagine the sun just shining its rays, or imagine the starlight, whatever is the yin-yang version of it for you. You know, some people just feel more connected to starlight, some people feel more connected to sunlight, but just bring in the light. Light is information, and light will expand your spiritual and intuitive intelligence and help you know more about what is the next step for you. So on this new moon, may your intentions be granted as they are appropriate for the collective coming to be, meaning that they're harmonized with the divine plan, not in opposition, but in harmony. And the way we can ask for that is just intention whatever's for the highest good. And that's not a religious thing. That is more, again, spiritual, intuitive intelligence type of thing. Okay, so hope you found value in that, and lots of love and aloha. And you can find out more at HollyShantara.com. Take care.